heaven?
No. It's Iowa.
Guys, do you remember the part in Wizard of Oz where the giant floating head talked about its penis? Do you remember that part?
Oh, yeah. That was really, I thought, a really poor taste of Frank L. Baum to be like, I can save you, Dorothy, but you must first close your eyes. Like, I don't like where this is headed at all, Wizard. This is highly inappropriate. Disgusting, even. And personally, I feel like the penis is evil. It shoots seed and makes new life, and all penises should just be severed.
But guns are good.
Guns are great, yeah. Guns kill penises. Peni.
Can you say that in a Zardozian voice?
Guns kill peni. Go, my chosen ones, and dismember the peni.
That's right. We're talking Zardoz on the Pot of Dreams.
Zardoz speaks to you, his chosen ones. The gun is good. Go forth and kill.
Came here in the stone head.
I don't know.
It is the only path and passage into the vortex. You will show me how you come to be here. Tell me everything.
My name is Zed. For Zardoz, I am an exterminator. Caution, caution, you are approaching the
Look into the ring.
Took a woman in his name, Zardoz.
Welcome to the Pot of Dreams. This week we've got Zardoz on tap. Frankly, a very bizarre movie. One that I couldn't really wrap my mind around. It starts off with a floating head with a painted on facial hair, just very poorly painted on, I might add. Just couldn't get over that. That's the way they decided to start the movie, and it really just goes.
Before we get a floating man who's like, I am Zardoz, really theatrical guy.
Yeah, and he's got a name. Arthur Frayne is his name.
Yeah, he isn't Zardoz though, right?
He is.
Is he?
Because Zardoz is a construction, and he played the character Zardoz
Right. Okay.
to the
Wizard of
Brutals.
Oz, Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. And I'm Kevin, joined here with Eric and Ben.
Yep. That's right.
I'm here. I'm just looking right at Eric. Nobody can tell. I mean, we're in a computer screen, but I'm just waiting for Eric. I need Eric to weigh in. I thought about him so many times in this movie.
No, I want you guys to weigh in because you feel like you already know what I think about this movie. I spent the whole time thinking, like, what do you guys think of this movie? Like, what are your actual thoughts? Because I don't want you to.
Well,
it is a weird movie.
It's very weird, coked out 70s nonsense. And so for the first half of the movie, give or take, I thought it was boring, pretentious, and silly.
Yeah.
And it was really bad. I was like, it was really tough to get through for half the movie.
Yes.
The other half wasn't great.
Made? How did this get made? They're sending dailies to some studio head, and the studio head's going, all right, let's throw them more coke.
This is cocaine and confusion and dereliction of duty from
Sean Connery is. How did they get Sean Connery to do the things?
Reynolds was originally going to be the guy.
Oh.
So they thought this was going to be a big project. Again, it's cocaine. This probably all comes back to cocaine is really what I think happened. But the movie itself, yeah, it's just really insane. It's really insane. And it's also the era where like the studio heads were just kind of like throwing money at random ideas because the previous system had collapsed and they couldn't figure out what movies were going to be yet. Right. They eventually figured it out by the end of the 70s, but they didn't figure it out yet. This is the craze era. But the first half is really excruciating to get through. The second half is still really bad, but it's at least mildly interesting. You're like, oh, this is the idea. I guess I kind of get your idea now, sort of. But the execution is just so shockingly bad that you can't do anything interesting with it, really. Like, oh, that's what you were going for. I now at least see what your vision was, but
yeah, I had already checked out by
nonsense. Yeah, it's got too much garbage. But sorry.
No, I was just gonna say that by the time it actually comes around to the actual point of the whole story, it was just too late.
Yeah. It wants to be some mystery, and the mystery isn't nearly interesting and paced enough to cause anybody to give a shit. And you have to get through so much like 70s crazy ideas that I can't even, it's just so silly. It was just so pretentious and ridiculous. But so it is bad, Eric. It's really bad if you're wanting my overall thoughts. It went from completely awful to still really bad, but okay, I guess a little bit towards the end. But how much did you hate it? I mean, you typically hate the movies I pick. You hated Big Fan, but how does Big Fan compare to Zardoz and the head of Eric Lane? Well,
I want to do the Stephen A. Smith was like, which are my cameras? Is this my camera? Here's my camera. Like, keep that camera on me. Zardoz is the worst movie I've ever seen in my whole life. Trash, worst thing, shouldn't exist, terrible. Everything about it's awful. Like, that's how honestly, like, literally, this is the worst movie ever made. If someone asks me, what's the worst movie ever made? I'm going to say Zardoz.
So it's not Big Fan.
No.
It's not Cabaret.
I didn't like Big Fan. I didn't like that movie. I didn't like Mystery Men.
You didn't like Cabaret.
No, this is the worst movie ever made.
This is worse than THX 1138.
Yes, 100%. Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
Worst
we have
movie
a new
ever made.
floor. Worse than Buckaroo Banzai. Okay, we have a new floor for Eric. Okay.
I hated so much from just the jump. Like you said, the floating. If a movie starts with floating heads, I'm out. Let's just put that out there. But then you see the floating guy with the stupid little, like you said, the painted on mustache, and I mean, oh my god. And then
I laughed at this movie so much because I just laughed at you watching it, Eric. Like there were times I burst out in joy because I'm like, Eric is watching this at some time and he's gonna be so pissed off.
I was so mad.
So annoyed.
I honestly wanted to throw something at my TV. I'm like, wait, stop. This is your TV. Don't break your TV because it's Zardoz. But I really did. I really was upset. And then the whole thing builds up to this Wizard of Oz. Like you'd mentioned, Kevin, when you introduced the movie last week, that there was this like Wizard of Oz tie into the name. I'm like, oh, that's stupid. But then, like, to find out,
reveal
like,
is the
literally the
number.
plot of the movie is like the book Wizard of Oz, because he gives it to freaking Sean Connery. It's like some sort of Inception level stupid shit about
Have
Wizard
you
of
guys
Oz.
seen Troll 2?
Yes, I've seen
No.
Troll 2.
You know, they go to this town, Eric, called Nilbog. And there's a big reveal that Nilbog, that's goblin spelled backward. And it's campy and stupid and very, very dumb. But I kept thinking about it because it's such a stupid reveal.
He covers, like, the of part and Wizard of Oz, and it's like, no, this is Zardoz, Wizard Oz.
And then he screams no like Darth
Yeah.
Vader and chucks the book and just throws a conniption fit.
I really hated my life when that happened. I was like, what am I doing?
I knew
This
it.
is what I'm doing with my life right now. I'm watching this. These are
yeah.
my life choices now.
So now I
that
have a
I'm
dilemma
watching.
because this movie is terrible, but the fact that you had to suffer through it
So I was
brings
so
joy to my
upset.
heart.
Wow.
And I'm not the
Some
culprit.
sort of
I'm not the instigator.
Schadenfreude.
But it's like, as much as I'm disliking it and annoyed by this movie, it's worse for Eric. It's 10 times at least worse.
And I'm thinking like, okay, so Sean Connery's playing this straight, right? He's not like winking at the camera. He's like straight up with this little stupid outfit he has on with his stupid little fake ponytail. Like, and he's going through the movie like from one thing to the next with all these women chasing him and all of this weird shit happening. And I just think like, should I feel bad for him? No, he did this. He chose to be in this. Like, he knew what he was getting into. He's a big boy.
Did he know what he was getting into? How would anyone know what is happening to them?
He wanted to get away from James Bond, and I guess he sort of is, but sort of not. I mean, women desperately want to screw. I mean, it's not that different from James Bond, really. It's just a lamer version.
But did Borman think this is like the smartest, most brilliant, like, this is 2001 Space Odyssey. This is like going to change cinema
Clearly,
forever.
this was made with people who thought these were really big, interesting, compelling ideas.
Yeah.
And they threw in all these ideas that they thought were really interesting. And the central idea is, I think, potentially interesting. The idea of like a society of people that are immortal and they're bored and they want to die, but they can't. They're trapped. That could be interesting.
See, that's why I wanted your thoughts, because I thought maybe Ben was be like, there's so many themes in this movie that you can deconstruct and you can really get into this. And I really found it was super deep about, the future and, life and death. And I was like, oh God, I'm glad you didn't do that, because I was going to fucking
the
smash
execution
my
for this
brain.
is so terrible. It's not big fan. I think is a well-executed movie that you don't like, and you don't like the choices it made. But that's a movie that's well executed, and it's just doing something you don't want. But this is so poorly executed at every level. Pacing, characters, the way they explain stuff. They clearly just thought it was more interesting and clever than everybody else did. And there's so many directions you could take that, and he just like makes all the wrong choices basically every which way.
Yeah, it goes for the weird, everything weird that they could think of and put on the screen, and all the weird choices they could make in the acting. And
so walk me through the movie, because there were so many things I was confused about. So Sean Connery is an exterminator, right?
Yeah, there's the Brutals and there's the Eternals. They're the two. The Eternals are controlling the Brutals and having them.
And where are they on
farming.
Earth in the future?
Yes, it's Earth. Yeah. Like potentially 100,000 years in the future. We at least don't get a time, Eric. We don't get a date.
Yeah.
And it's like unfathomably far in the future.
I have it up. IMDb says in the late 23rd century is what it says. I don't remember that in the movie, but that's what IMDb says.
Well, that doesn't really make sense with what else happens, which probably is more evidence that the movie is really dumb. Because at one point they said they travel space and don't find anything, and that would take hundreds of years potentially at a minimum.
So how have they become immortal? Just some technologies.
The AI.
Some scientists figure out like a really good AI in the body as the world is collapsing. A group of scientists and their friends or whatever get together and form this community, seal themselves off from the world and become immortal. And they destroy the means for they forget how the technology works on purpose.
Yeah, the tabernacle.
So that they can't. Yeah, so they can't
controls
die.
everything.
Fucking tabernacle. Just even that word, like that's what they called it. It's such a stupid, weird thing.
Yes. Weird.
It
They
is.
went weird every choice. They were like, how could we be weird? What
guy
choice should we make? Let's be weird.
Where they shun him out and he's got like this melted face for the
Right,
movie.
like had a stroke or whatever.
Yeah.
Friend
is the character's name.
I thought Friend was the Zardoz guy.
Zed was Zardoz.
Oh.
No, Arthur Frayne was Zardoz. Zed is
Sean Connery. Friend is the name. There's another character named me.
Frayne and Friend?
That's right.
And Frayne and Friend are friends, Eric. They're buddies. They're
God.
co-conspirators.
Arthur Frayne.
And he created this Zardoz character to scare the
To control
savages.
the brutalists, to get them to do what they want, to kill the people they want.
Why did they want to kill? Because they did all the work and were like slaves, or?
Well, both, right? They want to control the outside population and get rid of anybody that's a threat to the Eternals. They need crops, I guess, because the crops they have aren't working so well.
The
eventually
grain that
Zardoz,
they pump into from the little weird contraptions they have.
Zardoz does genetic breeding, right? So Sean Connery comes from several leaders of the Brutals who get to procreate. So he has some mutation. Because ultimately he wants Sean Connery to get into the Zone. Another stupid name. They call it with the Zone, or what was it called? Is it the Zone?
Where the
What's
glass
the name of their
was,
little
where
like
they couldn't get in?
the Utopia is? Yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember.
It's not the Zone, but
There was like the warning when he got close to it.
the
It said,
Vortex is what
Vortex.
they called
That's
it.
what it was. Thank you. Another just stupid name. Vortex. And eventually they want him to, because he wants to die, right? The Friend character wants to die, and he can't.
Yeah.
So he wants.
Yeah, so he cooks
Sean
up
Connery
this
to
whole
destroy-
thing. Yeah.
Over the course of 100 years or whatever, however long it took him to do it. But their society is stupid. It doesn't make sense. They're super smart, but they can't figure out food. They still have to grow crops like on a farm. They couldn't figure out another food source or another way to cultivate. Couldn't figure out machines to do it.
Well, and isn't that ultimately what throws Connery off? Is they start farming, and he's like, I don't want to do that. So then he hides in the head to kill him.
No.
Wasn't that like the big trigger where he has them planting things, and he didn't like that?
He didn't like it, but what preceded it was he learned to read because Friend or whoever taught him to read and eventually showed him the Wizard of Oz specifically. And then he was aware enough that
as
he's
like Kevin said, I checked out. Like I did finish the movie, like, because I felt I owed it to the Pot of Dreams to like actually finish it, but I really desperately did. And it's only like it's an hour 45 is what.
Yeah.
God, this
It
movie
feels
felt like
like
it
a
was
long
3
time.
hours long.
It does.
It took me several sessions because especially for the first half of it, I was like, this is really irritating.
I
am so irritated
cannot
by this.
say enough how much I hated this movie. I really hated it. It's
it's
awful.
bad.
It's an awful piece of trash.
Oh, wow. Well, I feel better that most of the bad movies have been inflicted by me, but now Kevin gets to have some of the
this
blame.
movie should come with a warning about how bad it is. I'm surprised. I didn't know how bad I knew it was a strange piece of work, but I had no idea how much pain it inflicts on
some people I follow on Letterboxd. They gave it positive-ish reviews. Like
what? What did they say?
Just, I don't know, interesting, fun. I think more
Fun.
more in the like ironic kind of way. But
Well,
what is the Rotten Tomatoes score for it?
It's low. I think it's like 30s or so.
Yeah, it was not a hit
There's
at the
lower
time.
movies.
Well, yeah, I mean, this movie has money behind it, and
49%. It's just barely under 50%.
I hate all the choices, but it's like the filmmaker has at least some competency about how to make a film. They just make a bunch of stupid choices, so it's not like the dog shit movie where the person just does. It's not like the War of the Worlds with Ice Cube or whatever, where like these people even know how to make a movie, but they just make just ridiculous choices, and none of the characters make any sense. And even like, so here's like one of the many things that like I would love to like this movie, but right. So you have the Society of Immortal People, and
The Eternals.
yes, the Eternals, and they no longer have to sleep. They don't care about sex anymore, and they still need to eat for whatever reason. They don't have that figured out. Okay, like that annoyed me. Like you have every other biological function, but not food. Okay, and then they just contemplate what the meaning of life. I guess we don't know, but they don't solve the problems for anybody else. They apparently explore space, but the way they have of dealing with rebels is to age them.
Those are the old people, right?
Yes, those are people who are also immortal, but their punishment is that they're artificially aged.
With
By
the
the
little, or the mind thing that they do, whatever.
Yes,
yeah.
they have like
They just stare at
crystals
them.
that like, yes, friend is a rebel. Why? Like the fact that there would be a rebellion could be interesting. Like a conflict could be interesting, but they don't do that. And then there's people who are just apathetic, who just go catatonic for whatever reason. Do they still need to eat? Why are they even making food? Like the food thing really pissed me off. Like why is food still a thing? What would happen if they didn't eat? Would they just atrophy?
How are you immortal then if you still have to eat?
Right. Like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. It really pissed me off.
You can still die, but the tabernacle will just recreate you. So it would be a painful and slow way to die.
But would that still be you or a copy of you?
You should get a tattoo that says tabernacle on your arm or something.
Like at a certain point, if it's just a copy of you, what do you care? How does
I know what you mean. It's still like Arthur Frayne comes back. It's a copy of Arthur Frayne, but he still remembers his previous life and all the drudgery that came with it.
Sure. But my point is that'd be the copy's problem and not mine if I wanted to die, right? Okay, there'll be some copy of me that has to suffer, but I won't.
They do say they kill themselves every now and then.
So how does Sean Connery eventually get to kill them all then?
He defeats the tabernacle in a very stupid sequence with a bunch of mirrors.
Yeah, the tabernacle goes down, and then the bubble that protects them is ruined, and then the Brutals come and murder them all.
And they ask for it. But like, if they all wanted to die so bad, why couldn't one of them solve the problem? They just couldn't? It's like,
the tabernacle,
like everybody
baby.
wanted to die.
It's all about the fucking tabernacle.
The tabernacle wouldn't let them.
I feel like we're saying that word too much too.
Tabernacle?
Well,
it's making me upset.
It doesn't mean anything when if you say it. It's
and for whatever reason, Sean Connery's the chosen one. Like, so Eric, was there a worst moment for you? I probably have a worst moment. I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of bad, but
the Wizard of Oz reveal that really made me mad because like I knew you said the thing and I'm like, okay, so you got the name from Wizard of Oz, got it. But like when it became like a major plot point in the movie, it was just like, oh my fucking god, he actually just like used the Wizard of Oz to make this crazy stupid ass movie.
That was so dumb, but I laughed. That was like so dumb I laughed at it. Like when he screams, like I'm supposed.
When he just covered up the part on the.
It's literally like both his thumbs go over it.
Yeah, he's like, look, it's a Zardoz.
It's a fairy tale.
Yeah.
Like it's supposed to be dramatic and it's laughably dumb. I mean, as I said, I compared it to just a really shitty low budget movie from the 80s because that's what I just kept thinking of. But for me, it's where they're trying to get him to get a boner. Why? Why are we having a sequence where he's looking at porn or whatever? And they're trying to
studying him.
Yeah, see,
and the porn that they make him look at is like mud wrestling or something like that.
Yes, it's so stupid. Like it's like if the joke was that they had no idea of what was sexually exciting, and they just like that could have been a funny bit in a comedy where they just are so out of touch. They're like, here's an elbow or something. But like it's like.
See, what's funny to me is this movie had the feel and look of like old porn.
Oh,
like old 70s porn. So
a lot of topless women.
Is this going to get super horny? And then it's like, is this like basically weird sci-fi, like low budget sci-fi porn? But it didn't go that route. You know, that would have been the only part.
It flirts a bit, but never goes all the way. But like,
Like I
Daughter
say,
shows up, and the women are kind of horny in the village. They seem
are
like,
kinda horny.
ooh, a real man, ooh,
but like
for the first time.
Charlotte Rampling, you guys, she's in Dune. Like she's in a lot of stuff, smoking hot back, in whatever.
She's attractive,
70s. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was the only redeeming part of the movie.
I don't know. Like I was the choice of making a mystery is like even that is like the worst possible choice because the reveal is just not. Yeah, it's not interesting enough to justify this slow, tedious build up to it. Like, get to the part where they're immortal and actually like explore that. Don't have a throwaway line where they traveled to space. Like they went to space and they're like, it's a dead end. And this movie is just like super nihilistic.
Well, 'cause,
and it's like there's no even good message at the end. And
Right.
people don't even like, hey, let's live life now. Actually, why don't I try raising a family? I've lived for hundreds of years.
Haven't you
of years.
seen the end? That's what happened in the end, though.
For one person.
Yeah,
Everybody
for
else says
Zed
death.
and
Everybody else says I want to die. How about you just go out and like live? Isn't that shouldn't it be like how great life? It's not that. It isn't how precious is life. It isn't like you got to live because it's special. Dying makes life. It's not that. It's just nothing. And even that ending was confusing. Like, did they really just sit there in that cave?
And their kid grew older.
in the Zardoz head. It was in the Zardoz head that they raised this child
Okay, and then they just sat there and
died and
well,
withered.
it's like one of those things where you take it one picture every day or something like that.
Yeah, something like
sure, time elapsed. It was like, but what was the takeaway? Then their whole skeletons eventually disintegrate inside there. I don't know how long that would take to be sitting in a presumably sterile head and have your skeleton completely dissipate, dust and all. And then we just get like one little bit of paint and the gun left. What am I supposed to take away from that? It doesn't matter.
I don't know.
Nothing.
It's a weird
everything
choice.
We're all
Immortality
just dust and
is
bones.
pointless. Mortality is pointless. It all sucks. It's nothing. It doesn't explore anything about the possibilities and the futility or the tedium of being immortal. Like it just doesn't even do anything with what could be an interesting premise. You could make it an action movie. He's got to figure out how to kill these immortals, and some want him to do it. Some like that could be a movie.
Like The Watchmen.
I thought that was the movie.
It really isn't. I mean, that's the plot, but it's not an action movie, right? It's not like you'd have to set that up earlier and pace it differently.
There's something with crystals. That was the action.
Like
a lot of crystals.
The crystal was so irritating that like he just how does he beat it? He shoots it? What? What did he do? Well, he willed it to die? I don't know.
He's some sort of mutants that could do it. He was bred for this role.
But they don't even know what the tabernacle is made out of. So how can they know how to build somebody to destroy it? They don't know anything about it.
They don't.
Like how can you build somebody to breed somebody 500 years to destroy a thing you don't even know where it is or how it's constructed? Anyway, sorry. I hated the way the village was Victorian. It was just like, why is this future society just this way?
Yeah, it's like
why
a
are they
Renaissance festival.
Like, yes, why is it like a Ren fair? Why? Yeah. Why is that the way to do it? And why is nobody like, do they have to stay? Like, what? Explore. Why don't you say, I want to be immortal, but I don't want to be around these people anymore. I want to go pursue
I wouldn't want to be around any of those people.
Right. Like, at some point, I wouldn't want to have to hang around these people. It would get really annoying.
Well, they would just start chanting rebel at you and...
But why do they even care?
That's a good point.
I didn't understand. Like what's at stake? Can the rebels actually destroy them? What do you care if the rebels are like, fuck you, and then they walk away? Who cares? Okay, see you in 8,000 years. We're both immortal. Check in.
Well, and how big was the space? It seemed like a very small, like, why didn't they make a little more room for each other? You know what I mean? Like, why you guys got to be all up on each other?
Correct, yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to be bigger, and that was a production problem.
Oh.
Yes, it feels very tight-knit and incestuous, and, that would be, you'd go insane. At some point, you'd be like, all right, I want to go somewhere else. And I guess the
maybe
outside
they
world,
couldn't because of the tabernacle.
but then that's got to be explained. But then that's part of the problem. Like, and then that undercuts the immortality. Is like at some point you just don't want to exist anymore. Okay, if that's your point, but like everything about how they've set the society up is annoying and stupid. So it's not like a real exploration of mortality. And like you went to space. How far did you travel the entire universe? How far did you go? Where did you go? Can
It
you
was a
travel at
dead
the
end.
speed of light? You can't educate the rest of humanity, right? Like they teach Sean Connery everything they know in a day, an hour, 5 minutes. Couldn't you do that for everybody? And then have a whole race of super smart humans?
Yeah.
We're like, oh yeah, let's solve these problems. I don't know.
Yeah, grow your tribe a little bit.
Do
Yeah.
something than just sitting here like we are immortal, blah, doing math equations in your fucking head. 2 to the 4th power 9th equals the square derivative as we travel to the other vector. The other necessity variables pass out. It's like, what are you? Come
I
on.
know. And
Do
but
something.
put that in the movie. That's in the actual movie.
No, it's literally
I
every
don't need to
choice is
see you
stupid.
doing math in your head.
Because I want to like this movie so bad. I genuinely do because I love the early 70s sci-fi. It's my favorite science fiction like movie era. It's so interesting.
I thought you were gonna love this movie. Honestly, I thought you were like so many great themes.
No, it doesn't have any great
Deconstruction.
themes. That's exactly is it undercuts any potential interesting theme, whatever. Like the core base idea about a society of people that are immortal is interesting potentially, but this doesn't explore even an iota of that. There's none of that. No.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. The Watchman, the blue guy, he does. There is a bit of that. Like his character is just like I'm too powerful. This sucks. I'm gonna go live on
and he
Mars.
knows everything's going to happen, right?
Yeah.
So there's no mystery. Like he
Right.
can foresee, or he hops around time. So there's this deterministic angle, and the movie is really nihilistic and fatalistic because it seems to be like hard determinist. This movie aggravated me because you could have made this a dumb action movie that was fun, but it doesn't do that. You could have genuinely explored the ideas, but it doesn't do that. And the society is just so obnoxious and stupid that like why are the old people just listening to jazz and just and they're supposed to have dementia, but then they're also able to like follow instructions later on in the movie. Like they're able to like come up with a plan where they put Sean Connery in a bride's dress to smuggle him around so that they can't find him.
Oh, the dress thing. Yes, I
That did
forgot about
happen.
that.
And then they
part.
find-
That did happen.
Yeah, like, I'm not making this up. They smuggle him around in a bridal costume, and
A lovely dress, by the way.
Very beautiful. We get the scene where like all the apathetics come to life, and they just start kissing each other. It's like, oh, good lord.
Yeah, a lot of weird choices.
Like the apathetics could be interesting. Like at some point, people are so bored they just disengage because there's like, what am I supposed to do? I have no problems and nothing interesting happens, so I'm just. But that's also just useless.
Yeah.
They're still using horses to get around, and the action scenes were so dumb. Sean
Yeah.
Connery would run away, and they'd be like, "Where did he go? Which way?" And you're like, "You're on a horse. Is he supposed to be super fast?"
Yeah.
That was not conveyed at all.
Well,
if
and
that's
then
the
they
case.
would see him and not chase after him. It's like he's right there. You can obviously see him.
By the end of the movie, he can travel back in time. I don't even know what his powers were, right? Like, because at one point it was the only shot that like looked kind of cool because it just like people were looking for him and rioting and going insane because they didn't want to die before they did want to die. That doesn't make any sense the way people react in this movie. But they're like smashing these statues, and they're about to kill Sean Connery, and then he reverses time. And you get to see the heads reassemble. That was the only time I was like, oh, that's visually cool. Just seeing the heads reassemble. It's probably my favorite.
They just played it in reverse. Like,
I know. Yeah, it's not amazing. It's not like
it's not some
the
like
most
crazy camera trick. They literally
It's
just
the
turn the dial
Tenet thing.
Yeah, it's not much. It was the only shot. I was like, oh, that's kind of fun looking. That's it. I'm not calling it the best shot in cinema. I'm just the history. Like it was like, oh, that's kind of visually interesting. But then he's outside, and they're like, where'd he go? He was just here. And okay, and he never uses those powers again. He can't go back to being a brutal. He can't. What? Why just sit in the Zardoz head for the rest of your existence? He has zero interest in trying to help anybody. Just know I wanted to kill them all. I wanted revenge. I'm going to have a wife and have a kid. Every choice aggravated me.
Yeah.
Anyway. But the most joy I got was just knowing you were going to be watching this and suffering, Eric. That was the thing that made this the best. That was the best part of this movie.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Eric's going to hate this. He's going to hate this. He's going to hate this. Oh, he's going to really hate this. Oh, these old people dancing, that's going to make his blood boil. Oh, yeah, the kissing. Oh, man, he's not going to be into that. Oh, man, all these ABBA-looking people smooching each other. Just,
Ben, who is this movie for? It has quite a cult following, I hear.
I have no idea who it's for. It's a movie where, like, with the right crowd, you could have fun making fun of it. The problem is the first half is so boring that it's really tough. Like, once you get to the second half, there is a fair amount of stuff to laugh at and have fun with in the ironic sense. But the first half even is slow boring. The first half, we just don't know what's going on. We get that the penis is evil. And it's ludicrous, and all of a sudden Sean Connery's inside the head, coming out of some grain, walking around where all these bodies are. He shoots a man, and he appears in this village, and you just don't know what's going on, and it takes so long, and it's so ridiculous and so artsy in the worst way. But eventually you could have fun laughing at it, because the choices are just so incredibly dumb. But yeah, I don't know. This is a movie I would recommend to really anybody, unless somebody likes kind of bad movies or like, it's a weird curiosity, because there aren't. It is almost like the fact that Eric says this is the worst movie he's ever seen, bar none. It's not even close. It sounds like this is like number one with a bullet.
Yep. Laminate the list. This is the worst movie ever made.
So that makes it sound more interesting than it is, but it was a slog. I mean, I probably didn't start picking up enough. That was like my fourth attempt before it started to get like not good, but less painful to watch. So I don't know. Who do you think it's for, Kevin? Cokeheads?
Very specific. It's a curiosity for sure. There's really nothing like it, and why would there be? But there's just so many bad choices, so many times that they just were weird to be weird.
Yeah, this is.
I don't know. I can't imagine anyone watching this and finding it entertaining.
Yeah, they took a movie about these immortal beings and just made it so bad and boring and irritating. I mean, a sci-fi movie about people that live forever, there are so many possibilities, and this is just like the worst. Somehow, this is like they had Doctor Strange come up with the worst version of that movie. Spinning around, only one can be the worst. Zardoz, and like we're in the timeline, like where it's the worst collection of choices, because I can't.
Yeah, where that dipshit with the painted face is deciding like how society's run, and he's in like honestly, it's like hell. Literally, if I'm putting myself in the position, if I'm on this planet at this time with these fucking people, like please kill me. I do not want to live this life anymore. This is so
What
bad.
if you had to come up with a plot to like raise a mutant to infiltrate your society to kill you? Would you do it if that's what it took to
absolutely
unexist?
To get out of the Zardoz world? Yes. Anything.
No, it's.
They never even explain why he has a painted on mustache. I thought something would give you a reason. Even
here's how bad this movie is, because that guy, he's so annoying. But at least I'm like, he sort of has a semblance of a personality. Unlike almost anybody else in this movie. Everybody else are these weird, like, aristocratic zombies. He at least has this weird, like, Shakespearean energy. Oh, which is, I, Arthur, playing a little trick on. And, like, that's something. It's annoying. It's not a good choice, but it's a choice. And there's something. Good Lord. It's like Jar Jar Binks shows up, and you're like, you know what? Nobody else has a personality. Fuck it. Jar Jar Binks. At least there's something there. It's Arthur. Misa Britatas. Like, good Lord. No, I don't know. Like, I don't.
But
have,
it's if everybody was as annoying as Jar Jar Binks.
Well, to me, like, being annoying in a Jar Jar way is more interesting than whatever these guys are, because they're all just speaking like these.
Or you're on the Jar Jar Binks defense
In this
train.
movie, if you put him with so many boring characters that are like, we shall do a science experiment. This shall elicit arousal, and everybody speaks like that, and everybody's like indecipherable, and I can't keep them apart. Yes, bring in a weird talking frog thing that says a bunch of dopey stuff. Or bring in the guy who's like, yes, I shall see. Bring in that guy. That's fine.
I mean, the movie opens up with the crazy floating head guy, but then the actual Zardoz floating head comes by, and I was hopeful at that point. That was interesting, and it starts spewing this stuff about the penis is evil. That got me. That made me like, oh, okay, this is going
that made
for
me
something.
laugh. That was my first session. I texted the penis is evil to both of you because I was like, oh boy, that is already just a ludicrous line to like almost open up your. I have to like take that sentence seriously. Like that is such a coked out 70s 80s to have a floating head say that. It just is so bizarre. I liked the vomiting out of the guns. Like, that was kind of cool a little bit. I mean, it wasn't amazing. It was like, oh, okay. But saying the penis is evil. What? What in the world?
What
It
in the
shoots
world?
seeds, Ben. Shoots seeds.
Why would you, okay, you want population control. You don't want people, but like, why is that the way you have, why? Oh. It's bombastic. I would give it. I mean, I give this movie like 1 star, and that's only because I at least appreciate that it was, even though every choice is wrong and bad and incorrect, it was at least trying to do something. It was a vision. It was a stupid, lame, not good, horrible, awful vision, but it was a person's vision. It was John Boorman's coked out early 70s
Written,
fantasy.
directed.
It's his vision, unmitigated by anybody. So I give it a star. But that, I'm being generous. I understand Eric's giving it a negative infinity symbol or whatever. But anyway. But it's tough because it's not. I mean, if you're hanging out, like getting messed up on a substance of your choice with a group of people, you could maybe have some fun laughing at the movie, maybe. But even then, it's more boring than out and out fun. It's not like The Room. Anyway, I don't know what else to say about this.
Yeah, is The Room a worse movie? The Room was fun because it's funny and it's funny without trying to be funny. There was a few like, oh, that's so dumb that it's kind of funny, but it mostly just made me angry. So, worse movie than Room.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, The Room makes a bunch of wrong and dumb choices, but those choices are funny in a what sort of way? Why are they playing football in tuxedos, right? Like, okay, that's goofy and entertaining.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help the movie, but that's a dumb choice that's funny. These are like dumb, pretentious choices. And they're just not. I don't know.
I'll add an extra half star to your rating, just because it's a curiosity. It's really weird movie. I'd been meaning to watch it for a long, long time because I've just heard things about it. Nothing prepared me for it though that I heard. There's really nothing to prepare you except for what Eric is saying. It's a really bad movie. but something about the coked out 70s, just like people put money into this movie.
Yeah, it wasn't cheap. It doesn't look cheap.
Yeah, there's giant sets and costumes and a huge cast of extras.
John Borman, who made Deliverance, made a lot of money in that movie, used his cachet to make this movie. It didn't kill his career either. He still made other movies like Excalibur.
Excalibur was after this.
Yes.
Wow.
Like a decade almost. Yeah, like 8 years. Maybe 7. Doesn't Excalibur look like a masterpiece compared to this?
Honestly, it really does compared to this. And I was not a huge fan of that movie, but absolutely a masterpiece compared to this. I mean, what's the low? I don't know, what's low? 0? Can I do 0 stars?
Sure, you can go negative.
It's a 0. It's a
you can
0-star
go
movie.
negative 69 as a joke. I don't care. Whatever.
0 stars. Doesn't even register.
No. Do not see this movie. Just don't. Do not see this movie.
Even though Eric just made it sound interesting by giving it 0 stars. You do not want to watch the
Unless you hate yourself.
I mean, Eric gets angry about movies more than anybody else in terms of just like, I hate these choices. Like, I could disagree, but I was more incredulous and then mildly annoyed because, like, they just took something that could be interesting and just made it completely not. But I don't know. I don't think it'll make most people. I think it'll make most people bored. I think most people just be like, this is boring, and tune out and then be done with it. It's probably what most people would do.
Yeah,
I don't think you're gonna get mad at it.
And then you're like, why am I still watching this? Yeah.
Unless you really want to see Sean Connery in half naked for an hour and 40 minutes.
How old was he during this movie? Because like he seems to have aged from like the Bond movies to this. Like 40 is. Did he go from being like 20 to 60? Like. And
he's in his 40s probably. I mean, the first Bond movie is like 61.
For like 40 years?
He's one of those guys who looked 60 when he was in his 40s. Kind of stayed that age for a long time, I think.
Yeah, because he's probably like my age now in this movie.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Sounds right, yeah. He's been doing Bond movies for a decade, basically, since the early 60s.
Let me try to distill this down here.
Because he's not like fit. You know what I mean?
He was born in 1930.
Oh,
so
wow.
when this movie came out, he was 44.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like my age. Yeah, when they made it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's not like a super in shape guy, but he does. There's a couple of scenes where he runs and jumps. I'm like, oh, yeah, like he looks like an athlete for the most part, right? Like.
Well, he's compared to all these like androgynous elf men.
Maybe that's it. Yeah.
So it does make him look more powerful because every man we see has like flowing long hair and is very feminine looking.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
No, he's gonna look more cut. I'm just saying, like, it's just by comparison, he looks like a man's man compared to all the frou-frou guys in the Vortex.
But he looks like a 40-year-old guy that drinks a lot of gin.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hey, he eats a lot of meat. He doesn't farm. He eats meat, baby.
Yeah.
Like, how do they hunt?
What do they hunt?
Yeah,
it's like a post-apocalyptic wasteland.
But there's still horses.
There are.
And I thought, like, the fact that if it's in the 23rd century, that's so stupid. Because the guy is like, you've lived for an eternity. I mean, it should be that they've been around like hundreds of thousands of years. It needs to be like that far where they've just lived so long. And at some point they're like, I'm just done. Like, there's nothing else to see or do. I'm tired of being around. Like,
yeah.
The Tim Robbins sketch, I don't want to be around anymore.
Yeah.
Like,
that's how they act. And when they're murdered at the end, some of them are like, sweet release.
Almost all of them are begging to die. Like, almost all of them.
Yeah.
There's people crawling around, please kill me. But then why were they trying to stop Sean Connery from destroying the tabernacle? I just totally, like, contradict.
Can we put like a moratorium on saying tabernacle? Can we just like not do it anymore?
Should we create a tabernacle to stop us from saying tabernacle?
Promise to never say it again.
I will not make a promise. I refuse.
Does tabernacle have a definition?
I don't know.
Does
It's
it
a
mean
religious
something?
thing, right? I don't know.
hate that
I
word.
assume it has a religious connotation.
I'm gonna look it up.
It's now officially my least favorite word.
Next time I get mad at you, Eric, I'm just going to start saying tabernacle, 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 tabernacle. Watch as the steam comes out your ears.
Oh gosh. Well, I think we've maybe said enough about this movie. I know Kevin's looking up more
Tabernacle.
ways to
It's Wikipedia tabernacle.
A meeting place for worship used by Protestants or Latter-day Saints,
Yeah, okay.
or a fixed or movable habitation.
Okay. Very good to know. All right, let's I don't know. Okay, the next movie 1993. Yeah. We'll start there. 1993. We're going to jump forward.
A river runs through it.
No, that's interesting. My freshman year roommate, that was his favorite movie.
The Rock. We going more
Not
Sean
The Rock.
Connery? Is that 95?
Nope, I want to say it's a little later, but I'm not sure. But it's not The Rock. I also thought about giving a little redemption for our boy Sean Connery. The Man Who Would Be King is on my list of movies to watch.
Yeah.
I thought about being a segue.
I've never seen that either. Yeah.
But I wanted to go a different direction. I did need just a little break from the early 70s. I thought about it. But 1993. And actually, I'm going to give the director, I don't know if this will help or not. I mean, if you know the director's filmography, I think it will. If you don't, it won't. But the director is Joe Dante.
Oh, he did Gremlins and stuff.
Gremlins 2, Inner Space, The Burbs, this movie, and then some later stuff.
Oh man.
What's
a Small
Piranha?
Soldiers he did.
Did he do the Piranha?
He did the first Piranha. That was like 79, but yes, he did
that's
the
back,
first Piranha.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a Jaws, deliberately a Jaws knockoff. He did The Howling, that's 81. Right before Gremlins, that was the movie that probably got him, the Gremlins. But this one, anyway, I mean, you can already kind of see it. This movie is, I saw somebody's ranking of Joe Dante movies, and I'd seen most of these ones that we've mentioned, or pretty much all of them. There's a few I haven't. This is the only one I haven't seen of his that looks really genuinely interesting. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh wow.
But definitely not.
Is it a
hit.
horror movie?
No. I'll get there. I'll get a horror-related hit in a little bit. The star of the movie, John Goodman, is the star.
Goodman.
John Goodman. Yep. Yes, sir.
So this is like before the Coens got a hold of him?
It's starting to happen. I mean, I think he was in Barton Fink already.
Oh, yeah.
So it overlaps.
This is past his King Ralph phase.
And I don't know if he started on Roseanne yet. It's probably coming soon.
Yeah, he was in Roseanne.
By this time,
Then,
okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's see here.
After Raising Arizona, right?
Yeah.
That's earlier.
That's 89, I think,
Yeah.
Raising Arizona, something like that.
Goodman, huh?
Yeah, and I'll just, there's nobody else that you...
Dante and Goodman. Yeah.
There's nobody else that you would know. How about I give you the horror-related hit? So this movie is not a horror movie, but a movie called Mant, half man, half ant, Mant. It's a movie within the movie, features in it. It's called Mant. Movie is not. It's not a specifically
So
a horror movie.
there's a movie within this movie.
Yes, called Mant. Fictional movie made inside this movie. I'm gonna have to probably just say the name of this movie because I honestly had forgotten about it. So the name of this movie is called Matinee. I'll just give you the basic setup. I think it's ostensibly...
Is it about a race of Eternals?
No, there's no immortal people. It's set in the early 60s during the Cuban Missile Crisis, somewhere in Florida. And John Goodman runs like a movie theater that shows schlock. And one of those theaters that do kitschy stuff, like throw props at you and stuff.
Okay, I remember that movie.
Movie is well regarded. It was a total flop, didn't make money. And it was one I vaguely remember from like the movie store days where I'd see the cover and thought, oh, that looks a little bit interesting, but I just didn't know anything about it. But Explorers is another one I haven't seen of theirs that looks a little less interesting. It's another Joe Dante movie that I haven't seen, but it's like, all right, this looks fun.
What's the other one?
Explorers with like Ethan Hawke and River
I've
Phoenix.
Seen that. Oh,
that's Joe Dante.
That was a big
late
VHS
80s.
movie. Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought about that one, and I haven't revisited The Burbs in a long time, but I wanted to see a movie I haven't seen. I think it'd be a fun change of pace. I'm confident that Eric will like it better than Then
the
Zardoz
worst
at any
movie
rate.
ever made?
Yeah,
You think he might like it better than
I don't
that?
think it's going to be in the running for that, but yeah, it looks like it's fun. Should be a good time.
Is there a movie within the movie about eternal race?
No, I don't think it acknowledges immortality at all. In fact,
Oh.
probably it emphasizes mortality more because there's the threat of like nuclear war happening because of the Cuban Missile Crisis. So, but I also think it's kind of lighthearted because I think it is a little about escaping into the movies and stuff. So anyway, I don't think I couldn't find it available to stream for free. I'm gonna pay for it. I don't know. I was just really thought this movie would hit the spot, so I'm going with matinee. Sorry,
Sounds good.
making you spend money.
That's
So, yeah.
all right. I didn't spend money on Zardoz. That was the only benefit is you can watch it on Prime.
You just wasted an hour and 44 minutes.
Can you
of your
imagine
life.
when
Just
algorithm-
time I will never have back.
3 people bought Zardoz. Oh man, it's trending. Man.
Is Borman still with us? Is he still alive?
Unlikely.
I should write him a
Doubt
letter.
You
Right, his
should write.
estate.
You write him an angry letter.
Yeah, to his estate.
Mr. Borman, my name is Eric Lane. I recently watched
I
your
need you to
film,
know this.
Zardoz.
Oh,
I
hey,
want to express.
he's 92, so you still can
It's like
go after
I'd
him.
like to express my displeasure with this film. I felt like it was a colossal waste of my and your time.
It's like in Lebowski, he's on an iron lung, and I just show up at his house. He has health problems.
He's got a movie coming out called that he wrote called The Honey Wars.
What? That's wild.
So he outlived Connery, huh?
Yeah, he's still going, still working.
Wow. That's wild. Okay.
Zardoz. Maybe he's eternal. Maybe the movie is about him.
Oh, yeah.
It's a autobiography. Eric, you gotta go and find his tabernacle and destroy it.
Hey, I thought we made a promise.
No,
to ourselves.
I did not make a promise.
You broke it.
You should come join our tabernacle choir, Eric, and sing in public.
So, tune in next week to the Pod of Tabernacle, and
Yeah,
Tabernacle
he's joined
talk.
us. Yeah, we're changing to the Tabernacle Trio. Here we go.
All right. Yes. Enough of that. Thanks for listening.
Tabernacle.